Good morning and welcome. So I wanted to show you what a little vegetable box looks like. This is one of the £1.50 boxes. These are the too good to go. Not quite perfect, but certainly got nothing wrong with them. Well, excluding the strawberries. The soft fruit is never good in the little boxes. But hopefully I'll go through that and there should be some that we can salvage. But apart from that, whoever put this box together did a really nice job. It's got a lovely mix of fruit and veg. And there's lots that I'll be able to cook with it. I'm thinking I might quite like to do some potato croquettes and certainly want some potato cakes. So I decided to cook the potatoes for the potato cakes and the croquettes together, just because it's easier and they're both made from mashed potato. So 2 kilograms of potatoes, ta-da! Chopped, overboiled, obviously for mashed potatoes, and then left to steam in the pan just so that they're not wet. I'm going to tip them out. And I'm going to add some butter, 60 grams of butter. Some salt and pepper. It's 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper. It sounds like a lot of salt, but the potatoes weren't cooked in a huge amount of salt. And you can always add, you definitely can't take away. Yummy, yum, yum. And then milk, 2 teaspoons of milk. I was tempted to use cream, but I don't really want to open it just yet. Okay. Unfortunately, there's no fancy potato ricer. I have to do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, that's nice and easy. I'm just going to give them a taste test. Lovely. And now we have this lovely buttery pile of beautifulness. I need to weigh the potatoes. And for the potato cakes, I need roughly 600 grams of potato. So back in a moment with that. I've weighed out the mashed potato. I'm just going to add 175 grams of plain flour. And 3 roughly chopped spring onions. These are not necessary. I don't usually put them in, it's just that they came in the veggie box, so it seemed rude not to. And this really does take a good few minutes usually to get all the flour absorbed in. If you've not had potato cakes before, you're in for a real treat. They are delicious. And they freeze really well. So now it's nice and flat, and it's about, what's that, about a centimetre? Yeah, about a centimetre thick, maybe a little bit less. I'm going to rub some flour over it, and then I'm going in with the cookie cutter. And I'm going to cut out, probably get about 9 I would think. maybe 10. I'm probably going to eat 2 of these for my breakfast. And then, well, brunch now, I suppose. And the remainder, 2 will go in the fridge, and the rest I will freeze. So, now to cook one. I have air fried 2 of the potato cakes for about 12 minutes until slightly crispy, just in a tiny amount of sunflower oil. And now I'm just going to stab them and apply some butter. And then give it a moment for them to melt in. Oh, my mouth is watering. I want to resist the temptation to burn it. As you can see, they're a little bit larger than the ones that I'm going to put in the fridge and freezer. And that's because when you cook them, just smoosh them down a bit with your hand until they're about 1/2 centimetre thick, which means they'll cook nicer. But you need them to be thicker for freezing, otherwise they'll just all fall apart and stick together. So I will pop these in the fridge for about an hour or 2, and that'll just help them to firm up. And then I'll layer them with some paper between them and freeze, at least 2 out for tomorrow, and the rest I'll freeze. I calculated the cost on these, and to make all 10 of these, it would have, if you had to buy the potatoes, etc., it would cost about £1.35, so 14 pence each. As it is, I got the potatoes in the vegetable box, so I think it cost me probably about 30 pence, so absolute bargain, obviously. Oh, swimming in butter, which really is the best way to eat these. They are a treat, naughty but nice. Okay, so for the taste test, that's still too hot. Oh my word. Fabulous. Crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. The spring onion's a nice touch. They're perfectly seasoned. The butter's making my mouth go yummy yum. You could of course serve these with beans, bacon, eggs. They're great on a cooked English breakfast. But in all honesty, this is my favourite way to eat them. Dripping in butter as a treat.